So the second part of Vision 2021 focuses on leadership. Since 1963, we have been educating girls to be leaders. From early childhood to upper school, preparation for leadership has long been informally woven into our curriculum. We've learned, however, that our girls could be much more powerful leaders with some intentional training and skill development. To that end, in 2015, we established the Stewart Center for Girls Leadership. The center was founded to better prepare our students for lives of exceptional leadership through specific coursework and experiences. We created an upper school leadership curriculum that includes courses in leadership theory and ethics, leadership and personal development, and applied leadership. Girls can actually earn a leadership diploma endorsement by completing those courses in addition to a practicum and a final thesis presentation. Stewart's Women in Leadership speaker series and our hashtag Lead Like a Girl conference have all been brought under the auspices of the Stewart Center for Girls Leadership. Our hashtag Lead Like a Girl conference, I'm sure you all heard about it, is a real first. It started as a conference for girls and by girls. Our students were deeply involved in its planning and hosting. The conference focused on developing interest and awareness of leadership opportunities for young women, particularly in STEM and business. The conference was a huge success, both locally and nationally. Vision 2021 calls us to host the conference again this year and next. We will draw on keynotes and panelists from across the country, exposing our girls to women who are inspiring trailblazers in their field. How will we do that? Through the newly christened National Center for Girls Leadership at Stewart. We think big. When it became clear that our leadership courses, experiences, speaker series, and conference were drawing interest from literally across the nation, we raised our sights. We want the center to be renowned for developing leadership in girls across all grades and in all areas. So we've reached out to other all-girls schools to join us in this leadership development work. We've actually applied for a $250,000 grant from the E.E. Ford Foundation to strongly establish our center as a national consortium of schools with the following key goals. To expand our hashtag Lead Like a Girl conference in offerings and quality of speakers, to develop an online and in-school leadership curriculum for girls of all ages, not just upper school, to create an international internship, externship database for young women, and to share consortium resources in building a global leadership network for girls. And trust me, we can do it. By the mid-2000s, the United States will not have a single racial or ethnic majority. The world in which our girls will lead will look very different than today's, but honestly, not much different than Stewart looks right now. We're really proud of that. However, we don't believe that diversity is an end goal, but rather a means to building a more peaceful, inclusive, just, and productive world. Diverse communities bring a collection of experiences that are much more likely to create the kind of cognitive dissonance that are really necessary for learning and for creativity. We began our diversity, equity, and inclusion work in earnest during our last strategic plan. Vision 2021 calls us to more deeply engage our families and our students in developing a better understanding of and appreciation for diversity in all its forms, as a preparation for living in a global world, and honestly, as a moral imperative. In Vision 2021, our girls will prepare for leadership in a diverse world by exploring who they are and how they fit into the larger world context using a variety of social identifiers such as ability, age, gender, race, religion, socioeconomics. Girls will share their personal stories in light of those identifiers and engage other girls in telling their stories. Through Vision 2021, we call our girls to critically analyze how who they are and how they think affects how they behave. That analysis informs how they interact and how they engage with others. So the golden rule of treat others how you would like to be treated elevates to the platinum rule of treat others the way they want to be treated.